You may be a proud owner of some of these most expensive LEGO Castle minifigures. If not, you may have to fork over quite a bit of money if you want to get one of them. There are figures ranging from a modest $40 to some that are worth over $100. And one of these figures that are almost worth $100 is the Fantasy Era Golden Knight. I'm surprised this figure isn't worth more money considering that it's gold, but it's not. The Golden Knight was found in the LEGO Castle Drawbridge Defense released in 2009, and this set can be worth about $300 to $400 new. For a minifigure found in good condition, you can expect to pay about $90 for it. But the most expensive part of this minifigure set is his golden metallic visor, which can cost you around $40 to $60 in decent condition. Continuing with the Fantasy Era line, a lot of valuable minifigures come from the Troll Mountain Fortress. There are 4 minifigures that come from this set that are pretty valuable. Both Big Fig Troll minifigures are worth about an average of $70 on the resale market with a huge range, so the real price is kind of variable. The Queen Sorcerer and the King Troll are both pretty valuable minifigures in this set. The Queen minifigure is about $45 and up for a good condition, and actually the most valuable part of this minifigure is the cape. And that is the same for the King Troll minifigure. There are 2 variants of the King Troll minifigure, one with a metallic copper crown, another one with a reddish brown crown. The King Troll with the metallic crown version is the unique version, but both crowns are not that valuable on the resale market. You could expect to pay $70 for the metallic crown version and about $50 for the reddish brown crown version. Moving on to Classic Castle, we're going to be looking at the forestmen with the Forest Woman minifigure. She can be found in the Forestmen Crossing set, and this minifigure is quite expensive. If you want to buy this minifigure used, you can expect to pay around $70 starting at great condition. It can range up to $100. This is most likely valuable because this is the only Forest Woman of the classic Forestmen line. Do be aware, if you do want this minifigure, there are reissued versions from 2011 to 2012. The reissued version came in 2 of the vintage minifigure collections. I'm going to neglect her quiver because you can easily replace that, but there are 3 ways you can tell between the 2. The torso coloring is slightly different. The newer version will have a closed stud on the top of its head. The interior torso piece of the older minifigure will be more exposed. But this reissued version is still pretty expensive within the $40 range for great condition. Next up on this list is my personal favorite and the proud owner of the 2, the Dragon Knight in armor. What's gut-wrenching for many of you that grew up with the LEGO Kingdoms line is that this set was fairly inexpensive that the figure came with. The Dragon Knight with armor minifigure came with the $20 Escape from the Dragon Prison. That set is worth close to $300 and it's most likely expensive because of that minifigure. The Dragon Knight's on par with the Golden Knight, worth around $80 to $100. Most expensive aspects of this figure is the chest piece at about $30 and up, and the visor piece about $40 and up, in great condition. But in my opinion, this minifigure is incomplete without his horse and bard. The horse bard is worth about $55 up in great condition, so that means with the complete set of the horse, bard, and the minifigure all together, you can expect this figure to be valued around $150 to $200 in great condition. The big issue with the bard is that the clips break off pretty easily, but doesn't really seem to impact value that much. Unfortunately, one of my 2 do have the broken clips. The Royal Knights line potentially has one of the most expensive minifigures, but it's very hard to determine. That is the King Leo minifigure with the cape. The King Leo minifigure is quite inexpensive himself, but his cape is very valuable. Now I say it's very hard to determine the value of this minifigure because many of the capes in used condition have fraying to them. A majority of the fraying capes are worth around $50 and up, and some are claiming that their figure is in great condition with the great cape to be around $150 to $200. I'd say the best way to get a great condition minifigure is to buy the sealed copy. And do you want to spend around 1.5 to 2K on this set? And even then, the cape in there could have frayed over time. If you do own the cape version in great condition, hold on to it tight. All the Jousting Knights from the first iteration of Castle are all pretty expensive. They're worth around $40 to $60. Do those funky visor pieces have anything to do with the value? Another sub-theme with consistently large value is the Dark Forestmen. The Dark Forestmen was a small sub-theme with only 3 sets, but had a lot of cool looking minifigures. We have this guy worth around $60, and this guy that can be worth around $85 and up in good condition. And there are other variants of these same minifigures with just accessories that are worth about the same. To be honest, I was pretty surprised with how expensive the Dark Forestman line can be. And lastly, we have what is considered to be the most expensive minifigure in the whole of LEGO Castle, and that is one of the Black Knight Knights from the Black Knight Castle. The accessories on the minifigure's helmet are super expensive. The white dragon plume can be within the $30 range, and each wing on each side of his helmet is worth about $30 each. The rest of the minifigure is not that valuable, but altogether, this minifigure is worth about $112 in great condition. I based my estimate value for each minifigure based off of used prices, and I was looking for minifigures that had great condition with the lowest prices, or a cluster of lowest prices. Determining the true value of something is quite hard, as you can very much easily get a minifigure for much cheaper, or in the worst case, much more expensive. Always look for the best deals. Let me know down in the comments below if I missed any of these expensive minifigures or if you own any of these expensive minifigures. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more content, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys,